Professor Thane was mid-lecture on quantum slipspace navigation when the door chimed. Twice. The emergency override pattern. Every head in the advanced tactics classroom turned. The door opened to reveal Admiral Kortzon himself, flanked by two honor guards in full ceremonial armor. Behind them, a hovering display case containing something that made several cadets gasp. The Luminous Star, the Alliance's highest military honor. Only 17 had ever been awarded in the Alliance's 3,000-year history. Apologies for the interruption, Professor. Admiral Kortzon rumbled, his Croalian vocal plates creating harmonics of solemnity. I have an urgent delivery. He held up a data tablet. For the cadet currently occupying seat 43A. Every eye in the room turned to row 43. Seat A, where Marcus Webb sat, looking as confused as everyone else. Webb was unremarkable. Mid-pack grades. No disciplinary issues, but no commendations either. Human, from Earth, one of the newest members of the Alliance. He'd barely said 10 words all semester. Me, Webb managed. Your current position is seat 43A, correct? The Admiral asked. Yes, but then this is for you. The Admiral gestured, and the honor guard brought forward the case. Inside, the luminous star gleamed with its characteristic inner light, a metal forged from crystallized neutron star matter, impossible to replicate or counterfeit. Professor Thane's antennae quivered. Admiral, surely there's been a mistake. The luminous star requires confirmation of identity, verification of the deed. All verified, Kortzon interrupted, though the particulars are classified. He looked at Webb. Cadet, 6 months ago, you were on leave. Correct. Webb nodded slowly. I visited the Outer Rim. Tourism. The Callan sector, specifically. Something flickered across Webb's face. Yes, sir. On the 14th day of your leave, a Zareth raiding party attacked the civilian station at Callan 7. 300 souls aboard. No military presence. No defense fleet. The Admiral's voice hardened. The distress signal was sent. The nearest Alliance ship was 16 hours away. The classroom was dead silent. When our forces arrived, the Admiral continued, they found all 300 civilians alive. The raiding party, 27 Zareth warriors in full combat armor, were subdued, tied up with cargo netting. Their weapons have been dismantled and stacked neatly by the airlock. A Dracian cadet whispered, That's impossible. Zareth are trained from birth for combat, the Admiral finished. Each one worth 5 regular soldiers. We've lost entire platoons to smaller raiding parties. He looked at Webb. Station security footage was corrupted. No witnesses could describe their rescuer clearly. The lighting had failed during the attack. But every single civilian reported the same thing. Someone fought in the dark. Someone who moved like a ghost. Someone who told them, in galactic standard with an Earth accent, stay down. I got this. Webb said nothing. The Zareth warriors, when interrogated, also had a consistent story. They described their opponent as the shadow that bleeds. They claimed he disarmed them individually, in the dark, using nothing but improvised weapons and environmental objects. The Admiral paused. The only identifying evidence we found was a student transit pass, dropped near the cargo bay, issued to a human cadet. The timestamp on the station's check-in log confirmed one human arrived the day before the attack and departed the day after. He held out the metal case. Marcus Webb, for extraordinary valor in the face of overwhelming odds, for saving 300 lives without regard for your own safety, and for upholding the highest ideals of the Alliance, it is my honor to present you with the Luminous Star. Webb stared at the medal. Sir, I can't accept this. Why not? Because I didn't do anything special, Webb said quietly. They were civilians. Someone had to help. 27 Zareth warriors, a cadet breathed. In the dark, another added. Alone, a third whispered. Admiral Kortzon's expression softened. Cadet Webb, every recipient of the Luminous Star has said something similar, that they were just doing what needed to be done. He opened the case. That's exactly why they deserved it. He pinned the medal to Webb's uniform. The Alliance thanks you for your service. As the Admiral and his guards departed, the classroom remained frozen. Professor Thane cleared his throat awkwardly. Well, shall we continue with quantum navigation? No one was listening. They were all staring at the human in seat 43A, who looked desperately uncomfortable with the attention. Later, in the barracks, Webb's roommate, a Stellix named Crix, finally asked the question everyone wanted answered. How did you beat 27 Zareth warriors alone in the dark? Webb shrugged, pulling off his boots. Humans have been fighting in the dark since before we discovered fire. We used to be prey, Crix. We learned to turn every disadvantage into an advantage. Darkness, limited space, improvised weapons. He smiled faintly. That's just Tuesday on Earth. He looked at the metal sitting on his desk, still uncomfortable with it. Besides, he added, they threatened civilians. What else was I going to do? Crix had no answer. He was beginning to understand why Earth had been invited to join the Alliance so quickly despite being so new to space. Some species reach for the stars because they dreamed of exploration. Humans reach for the stars because even the darkness of space didn't scare them anymore. Nothing did.